Hello everyone, this is Fine from Awesome Tech Giving Pro. I hope you all are well. This is the another part of the video about LG C3 and Samsung S90C. Today I'm going to talk about these two TVs, calibration, gray uniformity, black uniformity, viewing angle, reflection, HDR native gradient, its upscaling. If you are new in my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications and upcoming videos. I have another channel named Tech Gaming Villa, where I upload similar kind of tech videos like TV comparison, sound system, home theater. You can check and subscribe. The LG C3 has truly excellent pre-calibration accuracy in HDR. Its gamma is slightly above the 2.2 target for a moderately lit room, so it's on the darker side overall, except in very bright scenes where it's a tad too bright. Its color temperature is fantastic, albeit a bit warm. Its color accuracy is also fantastic, and its white balance is amazing, with both having very minor accuracy errors throughout. The results are pretty nice. On the other hand, the Samsung S90C TV has super pre-calibration HDR accuracy. It's a bit bright for a moderately lit room, but the white balance and color accuracy are fantastic with no noticeable issues. The color temperature is also nearly perfect, so this TV rarely requires any calibration to look great overall. So on pre-calibration, both TV is very good, but Samsung S90C just eyed. On post-calibration, on LG C3, after calibrating a D65 white point, the LG C3 has truly fantastic accuracy. The grayscale was easy to configure and all white balance issues are gone. The colors, which were already fantastic, are even better. The TV's gamma and color temperature are now exactly on target. On the other hand, the Samsung S90C also has fantastic accuracy with no noticeable issues, plus it's relatively easy to calibrate. The LG C3 has excellent gray uniformity, but much like the LG C2 OLED and the LG G3 OLED, there are faint vertical lines in very dark scenes and faint pinkish vertical bands on the screen when uniform colors are shown. It's a common issue with the panel technology used in LG's OLEDs, but they are subtle and you won't notice them in practice. There are no signs of the grid pattern that affected some 2021 units, and no signs of the Venetian blind effect either. On the other hand, the Samsung S90C, the panel has fantastic gray uniformity. There's very little variation in brightness across the screen, which is great for any content. If you look closely, you see vignetting in the corners and very faint vertical lines along the panel, but you have to be very close to see them. Black uniformity of LG C3 OLED is perfect due to their self-emissive pixels. There's no blooming or halo effect around bright objects. On the other hand, Samsung S90C OLED can turn off individual pixels. The Samsung S90C has perfect black uniformity with no distracting blooming or halo effect around bright areas of the screen in dark scenes. LG C3 has an outstanding viewing angle. It's not the basically perfect viewing angle of the LG G3 OLED, but it's not far like on the LG C2 OLED. The colors shift slightly when you watch the screen at an angle, but it's a bit less pronounced than it was on that TV, and it's nitpicking as you really won't notice this in practice. On the other hand, S90C screen has an exceptionally wide viewing angle, although nearly perfect. The image fades slightly at extremely wide angles. The colors also shift very slightly when viewed from those same extreme angles. In practice, however, you can move around the TV and see a consistent image at almost any angle. So S90C viewing angle is just better than LG C3. Both are fantastic, but S90C a bit ahead. The reflections, both TV is fantastic, especially LG C3. Its reflection handling and avoids much of the purple hue of the LG G3 OLED is anti-reflective coating, which is good. Overall, glare isn't an issue for this TV. The S90C handles direct reflections incredibly well, like the Samsung S95B OLED, And the Samsung S95C OLED. The glossy anti-reflective coating significantly reduces the intensity of direct reflections. Still, due to the lack of polarizer, the TV has a pink tint in a bright room even when turned off. The LG C3 HDR native gradient handling is very good, although a static image stress test shows some noticeable banding in dark grays and bright greens. In real content, the TV fares even better. The S90C has superb gradient handling in HDR. There's some barely noticeable banding in saturated reds, greens, and blues, but you have to look hard to see them. For low quality content smoothing, the LG C3 TV is excellent on low quality content smoothing. There's no noticeable macro blocking in dark areas and details are preserved well. On the other hand, S90C performs low quality content smoothing is alright. It can't smooth out macro blocking very well. So it's very noticeable in dark scenes. Fine details are preserved very well. So LG C3 performs better than S90C. But upscaling, both are same. LG C3 has very good sharpness processing with low resolution or low bitrate content. Some small details are lost, but the image is upscaled well very overall. Sharpness processing was calibrated for low resolution or low bitrate content with no over sharpening on LG C3. On the other hand, Samsung S90C upscales DVDs and other 480p content well with no noticeable issues. LG C3 uses the same panel as last year's LG C2 OLED, namely the 2022 WBE panels dubbed X. The manufacturer advertises these panels to be brighter, have better heat dissipation, and be less prone to burning than those found on the 2021 LG C1 OLED. Like all LG OLED TVs, all 4 subpixels are never read simultaneously. Also note that this TV uses an RWBG subpixel layout, so it has issues with text display on Windows, as clear type isn't well adjusted to non-RGB subpixels layout. On the other hand, Samsung S90C uses a unique subpixel structure instead of having all 3 subpixels in a row. Each pixel forms a triangle with the larger green subpixel at the top. This leads to color fringing, which is noticeable when displaying any content with horizontal lines, and it's especially bad when you use the TV as a PC monitor. For example, on a bright window on a Windows PC, you might notice a green fringe at the top since that is where the green subpixel is. Similarly, you can notice a purple fringe at the bottom of bright windows, as that is where the red and blue subpixels are. Furthermore, with this subpixel arrangement, text has just okay clarity on a PC, as Windows clear type settings aren't designed for this subpixel structure and can't correct it. Note that the 83-inch model uses WOLED panel, which uses different subpixel structure than the smaller QD-OLED models. So 83-inch S90C looks different. If you see this 2 TV's motion, LG C3 all OLEDs, this TV has an incredible fast pixel response time. There's very little blur behind fast moving objects, but due to the sample and hold nature of OLED technology, there's still some noticeable persistence blur. There's some overshoot in nearly black scenes, but it only happens when coming out of a fully off state and then quickly settles, so you won't notice it. On the other hand, S90C has a nearly instantaneous response time, resulting in incredibly clear motion with almost no blur behind fast-moving objects. Due to the sample and hold nature of OLED technology, there is still some noticeable persistence blur when gaming at 60 Hz, but it's hardly noticeable at high refresh rate. So in this 2 TV, which TV you like most, please write in the comments below. That's it from now.